Welcome to Season 3 of the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. On today's episode, we are interviewing psychic medium and author Bonnie Supernant.
Welcome to the podcast, Bonnie. Thank you for joining me again. How are you today?
Good, and how are you?
Oh, good. It's such a pleasure to see you. I miss you every time.
I miss you too. I love our conversations.
Oh, me too. So what I wanted to do today is talk about what you've been up to since we last spoke. So do you mind taking us on that journey?
Yeah, I can take you on that journey. Since the last time we spoke, been lots of twists and turns in my life, which been very good and a lot of lessons learned. Um, and one big thing that did happen, I ended up purchasing a newer vehicle for myself, so it was
Oh,
good.
good. Yeah.
Um, I am out living on my own now, no
Oh, good.
roommates.
Oh,
So
good.
the wheels have been turning that way, and I'm just keep on going. And as you know, I do have two jobs. I do this as well,
Yeah.
and then I'm a scale operator too as well. So the big difference since the last time I talked to you this year, I had to focus more on my other job than this,
Okay. Okay.
and it was heart-wrenching
Yeah.
because this one is where my calling is. On the other
Yeah.
part is
Yeah.
learning about kind of the corporate world and all
Yeah.
those other things, and bringing that together has been really a juggling act on
Yeah.
it. But I've
Oh,
had to learn
yeah.
to control my emotions, learn to keep on believing, because there was a time and I thought, oh my God, if this keeps on going like this, I'm never going to be able to do my other work. But I had
Yeah.
faith, kept on believing. And I know this too, this period of the busy season would be coming to an end, where I needed to regroup again and then fall back in line with this other work too. So trying to navigate that of who I am is
Yeah.
really opened up my eyes. Am I this lady over here at this job?
Yeah.
Who am I over here? But I found all the way through it, I didn't change. I just stepped into my role on this part of that job and still continued over here, not as much. But I found down the way I didn't change. You know, it was like just trying to juggle two different worlds,
Yeah.
but I have to stay me and be true and authentic of who I am. Right.
Right.
So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
a lot of people I know, when they're doing that kind of stuff, they mask it. Right. And it's just like,
Yeah.
no, you can't mask this, Bonnie. You are you. And this is part of your life and your journey. So
Yeah.
going through all that stuff since last time we talked, yeah, lots of great big changes, lots of other things that have been happening. I did file for divorce.
Okay.
That's done too. So other little things that have been coming up since we talked have been,
Yeah.
you know, it's almost like Jesus take the wheel at
Yeah.
times, not
Yeah.
letting go. But
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the experience of it, and learning to stay in the now moments as things are unfolding. It doesn't matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. I've learned to stay grounded, and
Oh,
that
good.
opens your eyes, and the energy fields out there of the vibrations of different things that I'm working on is learning more to feel the frequency and the vibration off of it. So
Yeah.
I've been learning new things since the last time I talked to you as well, just stepping out of that comfort zone a little bit. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
been
Right
fun.
on. Yeah. It's hard to juggle more than one thing, and but yet keeping your heart first, like what's important to you inside. You know, how do you manage that?
Lots of meditation,
Yeah.
deep breathing. Sometimes I will, when I'm upset or I'm a little bit frustrated, I will just deep breathe, and I'll take that pain and I just transmute it. And then I'm
Yeah.
done with it. I won't go back. I won't overanalyze it. I won't look at it again. I'll just, because nothing's written in stone, I don't know the whole scenario or the story or the ending of it. So I
Okay.
don't worry about it until it's written in stone. Then that's the next step. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it
Okay.
does actually. Like it's funny, I've been asking a lot of my guests, how do you balance, your personal life and work and other extracurricular things that they may be doing, and it's tough. Do you find it's hard to multitask in your own life?
Before I did, now it's a lot easier understanding about the energy and knowing my physical body and the soul part, my breath part, how that's connected and plugged in makes me feel even more grounded and more capable of balancing all these multitask things that are happening around me.
Yeah,
It's almost like, okay, pick one, let's focus on that, and then go to the next, right? Whereas before, I would put a little piece in every little scenario that came along, and then I had to go back and backtrack. Now it's like, no, one thing at a time.
yeah,
Even then I don't lose focus and I don't find that up in my mind that I've got that cyclone going along because the other stuff will get done when this stuff is done one step at a time,
yeah,
complete. Because if it's not, then it makes it really, really hard because if you're leaving things unfinished over here,
yeah,
it just creates more of a cyclone.
yeah. Oh, yeah, man. So the last time we spoke, I do remember you were mentioning about you'd like to do some speaking engagements.
Yes. Yeah,
Is
I
that still
miss
on your bucket list or your
it.
passion list, I should say?
It sure is. Yeah, I used to do some group readings and stuff like that, and I still feel like I'll be going bigger and more as I'm learning about vibration and frequency and just learning more. It's almost like the divine saying, when you're ready, you're gonna be ready, right? Because a lot
Right.
of part of the old me is saying, oh, it's not going to happen. I'm like, okay, remember TED Talk? That's still on the
Yeah.
bucket list,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like
Yeah.
those things. So even like this weekend, I do have an engagement this weekend too, and it's I'm doing a retreat with another lady too. So we've
Hmm.
got a group of ladies there, so I'll be speaking.
Oh,
So
good.
which is good, right? And because I miss it, I love it because
Yeah.
a lot of times when I'm by myself, it's pretty quiet and I
Yeah.
enjoy it. But that's where I get my downloads and stuff. But yeah, more engagements for sure. Now that my other work schedule is petered out, now I
Okay.
have more time, all starting right here till April again, till May.
Oh,
So
nice.
more free time. So
Oh, yay.
yes, to focus more on this end of my work.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, okay, Bonnie, you just got to balance that out for a couple months or that 6 weeks or 2 months, whatever it is. Then
Yeah.
you're right back in here, but just still be aware of what's going around you. Even, yeah, just learning all these different things of how to regroup and then pull it out again, right? But staying
Yeah.
calm and I don't, it's such a peaceful feeling of even when somebody's upset or if I'm upset, I snap right back out of it because it's just like, I think from before I was always so in so much hurt and pain. And when I let people down or if they hurt me or whatever, I festered. It festered and festered. Now I don't even hold on to it anymore. To me, it's
Yeah.
just like no fear. I've got one chance here on this earth.
Yeah.
And I'm building up what I feel my life purpose is of even starting that book. And I have
Yes.
started.
Oh,
I have
yay.
started.
Oh,
So, and that's the thing about that too, is like just enjoying every little bit of this aspect of our lives. I think is very important and it'll help others all the way through of getting past the fear and moving through it
oh,
because
yeah.
really, they're just thoughts and air.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy you've been writing. That was my next question.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yay. So, how's that journey?
Honestly, it's been good. I really had to, it was almost like well, I'm going to say like three little spots where I had started. It's
Yeah.
almost I was second guessing myself all the time, and I thought, no, just leave that. I think that's done, and then go over to this one. I'm like, okay, that don't match with that one. That's okay. So
Yeah.
it's a matter of like, I don't want to send this in because I don't know if this is going to make sense. But it's almost like, no, get your ducks in a row, send
Yeah.
it in, see what happens with it, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
getting
yeah.
past it, not going back and changing it because being authentic, those were authentic words. It's just that I feel
Right.
like it could be better, or maybe I missed something, or how is the audience, how are people going to
Oh,
react to it?
yeah. We're our own worst critic,
Right.
like it's just getting past that part, like being authentic is key. Like we've had that conversation, you and I, and it is so important to just stay focused on how you want to articulate your story, you
Yeah.
know, like that's so important. And then it'll be such a gift for you to write it and a gift for others to read it, when it's written that way. Oh, I love it, Bonnie. That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
excellent. So
Yeah.
when do you think you'll have it, finished?
Oh. Oh. When do should we put a goal on this?
Yeah. Just if you had a choice of when it would be released, when would it happen?
I'm going to say April.
Oh, yay. Oh, April. Oh,
I want to
wonderful.
say April. I want to say April. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
April 7th. I don't know why. April 7th. Around
Yeah.
April 7th. Okay. We're going to guess it at that. But yeah, because I think, finding me even when I'm speaking and talking into that, and sometimes I even want to grab that paper and pen and
Yeah.
just jot down because it's almost like it's the vibration again. Learning
Yeah.
speaking and then writing is different because I'm not going to lie, I'm not a big note person. I'm not a big journaler. But
Yeah.
there's times where I have done it. I enjoyed it, but I think a lot of it scared me.
Right. Yeah.
That fear came in there, and it's just like, I don't know. So
Yeah.
back to the recording part where it was a little bit different. So I still jot some notes down and just get past that fear of that. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been very interesting. It's also, it feels scary, but it's just like, no, holy man, like you got one chance here. Why wouldn't you do that? Why
Right.
wouldn't you? Okay.
Yeah.
I understand the fear of it, but then it's just like people are going to say you're going to open up or you're going to talk about that's okay. If it's going to help people and
Yeah.
it's helped me grow and
Yeah.
how I overcame things, that is key.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I'm so glad we're talking about this because it's so important to have your story told, you know, for even others that are on the fence on whether to share their story. It's so important to have that voice, get it out there, talk about it, whether it's in writing or like you're talking, you're recording, you're doing a pile of things. It just makes life altogether more peaceful when you
Yeah,
can do that, isn't it?
I
It's a
agree.
sense of peace.
Yeah, like it then, and your soul feels so much better and lighter,
Yeah. Yeah.
like so much better. Like you're not
Oh,
carrying around all the weight of your whole life story or things that have helped you when you are putting it on paper or you're speaking about it,
yeah.
because it is also very healing for you and for your people, your fans,
Right.
our clients, right? Because there's
Yeah.
sometimes when they've experienced something and they thought they were the only one until they see that or they read it, and they're just
Yeah.
like, wow, it's an eye opener.
Oh, yeah. And I'm glad you're writing your notes because you know what? I know journaling is hard for some people because it's like, you're putting pen to paper and it's you feel almost a sense of urgency to get it out quick, quick, quick. But making those notes while you're recording is your notes are going to become longer and you're not even going to notice that you're writing so much by hand, you know.
Yeah, and it gets exciting.
It does.
there's some parts where it's a little bit of fear, but once you hit that one where it's exciting, it just goes, and then you're going, and then you look back and you think, wow,
Yeah. Did you
yeah,
find it almost therapeutic?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Once you get past that fear of that, right? And I think I was afraid even when I did started journaling a little bit, years ago, or I mean, I still have some of those books where I did, I do it for a couple of days, maybe sometimes a month or whatever, and then leave it. But I think it was the fear of it being laid around, or if somebody coming across and seeing it, or coming across, and it was like it'd be a big invasion of privacy,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
now that I'm, in my own place now, I don't have to worry about that. And I never had to worry about it with the person I was staying with either.
Right.
It wasn't the timing for me to start that. So now that I'm physically on my own, it
Yeah.
just feels like now you can't say you don't have time, because there's a lot of time. Lots of things to be
Oh
doing.
man. So what would you say to somebody who is on the fence about writing their own book?
They need to believe in themselves,
Yeah.
and to understand that any emotional or any trauma or even happy times are really going to not only change their lives, but change other people's lives. And it's
Yeah.
so healing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, to know that you're helping someone else heal, you know, it is worth it,
You
you
betcha.
know.
I agree with that 100%. Just that 1 second, that one moment, that light bulb moment where their whole
Yeah.
life just changes from it. Could be a few words, it could be one word.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Even though you've read in the book, that one word or that page, it doesn't matter. It could just
Yeah.
trigger something where their whole life change, and then, they're up and the up again. They're
Yeah.
pulled out of that cycle or off that hamster wheel. They want that change. They feel that force, and they feel your power behind it too, and the struggles you went through, and how you believed in yourself to keep on going. And,
Yeah.
even if you're crying, it doesn't matter if you didn't have a vehicle, you had nowhere to go, it doesn't matter. Those struggles just made you stronger to keep on going, because you have no other choice. You have the choice of staying like this, or you need to get past the fear and say, you know what? I
Yeah.
need to do this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting past that fear. It's you're constantly talking to yourself in a most positive way, reassurance that it's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
did you do a lot of that too to get over your fear?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And, to get over that fear, I really had to be kind to myself too, and even more self-love too, because it was hard to, when I felt good about it, to acknowledge it and be proud of myself, even pat
Yeah.
myself on the shoulder, give myself credit when I think, well, I wonder if they see it.
Yeah.
Now in my mind, I'm like, it don't matter as long as I'm seeing it, because this is my journey, this is my life. I'm creating this. That's the audience out there. So right now, you need to stay focused here. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that out there, because when you're doing it, I've already asked for the audience that I want to reach out to far and wide, and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and touch people's lives and stuff. So it's what you're wanting to put in that book, and how you want it to affect their lives too, is a huge, huge
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, okay. So I have a question for you with talking about your job and you're going to have time to do your other gifts on the side and writing and the goal to do speaking engagements. Um, so where do you see yourself in a year from now?
on on stage for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
promoting
I
your book.
promoting my book. Yeah, a book signing. I already sat down, and when I'm
Yeah,
signing things at my other job, I have to sign all of my paperwork, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm getting ready to sign my book.
yeah,
So
right on.
yeah. Yeah, I in a year, yeah. I see myself doing that for sure because it's I've been building this for a long time, and it's more now that things out of my life that I had to overcome and watch how I reacted to that and always stay in the love and the light and forgiveness part. I think that's really sped things up for me too. Now I
Yeah.
feels like I'm on the runaway train again. Like here we go again.
Yeah.
There goes
Yeah.
Bonnie. Right?
Yeah.
Over in this town, over in this town, over here, doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
I miss it. And there's going to be, I feel it'll be bigger and better next year for
Yeah.
sure, within a year's time.
So you mentioned earlier in our interview today about grounding. Um, so for those out there who have a problem and have a hard time getting to that point where they're feeling grounded, what do you recommend to help them?
One thing I really did for extra grounding this year, for grounding, I used to carry grounding stones when I first started. Okay.
Okay.
Crystals, I would do that for grounding. And more when I got into meditation, I would use the tree roots growing out of my
Yeah.
feet into the earth. But
Okay.
physically, what I've been doing even more this year is getting out and touching those trees, hugging those
Yeah.
trees, and
Yeah.
just thanking those trees for providing me the oxygen that I need to breathe to help me stay grounded. And when things are going on, I'm in the yoga position. I'm sitting
Yeah.
there and I'm just right in front of the tree, leaning on the tree.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's where I see myself when I need to be grounded to the tree, Bonnie. Go to the
yeah.
tree. And
Oh,
that's one thing I found grounded me a lot more this year than other ways that I had done it before with the crystals and stones. I still wear them. I still
yeah.
do all that stuff, and deep breathing. Okay, and knowing
Yeah.
that is that especially when I'm around the tree and that breathing, bringing in that the energy force of the tree really, really, really helps me stay grounded.
Yeah.
And drinking enough water
Yeah.
and
Water.
water. Um, and another
Well,
way to be grounded too, I mean, colors, different colors I'd wear,
yeah.
like for the root chakra, to help me stay grounded. But it was more of just really focusing on my feet when I walked.
Yeah.
And that way I could feel myself hitting the ground. Sometimes I'd be going so fast I didn't even feel my feet hit the ground. And I'm like, no, slow down. So every step that I take, when I want to be grounded, I'll just make sure that I'm feeling my foot hit the ground and stay grounded. Or I'll stand in one spot, breathe, imagine that tree,
Yeah.
and then go from there. Yeah. So
Oh,
there's so many
yeah.
different ways to be grounded too, but whatever works for everybody, you got to experiment with it because some will work with, it'll work from this way and sometimes it won't resonate. It's like me, I had to flip flop around on what made me grounded. Where was I grounded the most? What did
Yeah.
that for me? And to me, it was the tree.
Yeah. I had that experience once before in Nelson, actually. Um, we went to a bookstore and this lady, the owner looked at me and she goes, the first thing she said was, "You look like you need to hug a tree." And I'm like,
Mm,
okay. So, and at the time, I mean, I was young and I thought, what? I don't quite understand. So, anyways, I went home and I did just that. My goodness, the energy the comforting energy that you receive when you hug a tree is unbelievable. Like I never really thought of it until then, you know.
yeah. And the thing is, too, as you heal, you stay grounded more. And it's so
Yeah,
hard to be grounded at times when your emotional states all over your mind. You're not thinking with your heart. It's going back and forth where your mind is all scattered. It is hard to get grounded until you
yeah,
start peeling those layers away of the emotional stuff so you can stay grounded.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, for those listening, I mean, I hope you have the opportunity to one day hug a tree because it is worth it. Oh, my goodness.
Yep, it's
Um,
life changing, that's for sure.
it is like just the vibration. for one, and like that energy, that level of energy that you feel like it just goes right through you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I might just have to go out there and do it again. Okay, so I wanted to quickly touch base on your spiritual journey because yours is one that I'm in awe with. And if you could share one little bit about your journey, that would be great. Speechless.
Speechless. Um, mm,
Because I know there's those out there who actually are struggling with their own, spiritual journey. They receive messages and they really don't know what it is because, they're not familiar with it.
right.
But maybe we can touch base on, what is something that helped you get in connection with it.
Something that helped me um, staying connected or being connected to it was I really had to sit and think about what I believed in. Like, did I
Right.
believe in God? Did I believe in Jesus? What did I believe? Because
Yeah.
there's so many religions out there. And until you find that,
Yeah.
um, it makes it hard, right? Because then I had to go back through some childhood stuff that I went through because I'm baptized Catholic. We went to the Catholic school
Yeah.
and all that. And then when I had my kids, um, I didn't get them baptized. I wanted them to have that choice. So there's so many different things that correlate with that, going
Yeah.
back to about the spiritual journey. And it to me, I had to just, it's okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, I'd end up beating myself up on it. Maybe I should have did it this way, did it this way. And it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So that person that's starting it or, about your spiritual journey, just kind of leave that there. That was a
Right.
life experience and start learning more. And forgiving yourself and loving yourself is a key aspect to learning to get that awareness or listening to the signs and symbols when our loved ones are around us or we're getting those messages.
Yeah.
Again, it goes to back to what you believe. And if you believe they are around and you believe that we are a source of energy that's living in our bodies,
Yeah.
then that's where it triggers those minds. It's a matter of what you tell your mind, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's a juggling act again, right? It's
Yeah.
almost, is it an illusion or am I making this up? Where is this coming from? So there's so many different ways to look at it that way. But starting off with just getting to know yourself and loving yourself and
Yeah.
trying not to go back to the past. And if you're wanting to get on that spiritual journey, no, there's no right or wrong way. It's what you're being guided to because, again, you're creating this life and this journey. It's a matter of trusting where you're being guided. Okay.
Yeah.
Is a huge part because we can fall into other people's stuff and not resonate it, but we want to be like them.
Yeah.
We try and take a shortcut. Well, you can't take that shortcut because you take the shortcut on your spiritual journey. Sometimes you're back at the same thing, back on that
Yep.
hamster wheel, on that repeat. But
Right.
matter of just going easy for you on your spiritual journey. Again, I just whatever you believe in. To me, I believe in God runs through all of us. He's the creator.
Yeah.
There's too many labels out there, too many religions out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, do I go to church? I hold my church here. The creator does
Right.
not judge. Um,
Right.
it's just, again, build
Oh,
your journey. And I had to believe in it because that's what it resonated with. I'm not really trying to pull on what other people and what was working for them on their spiritual journey. I need
yeah.
to stay back over here. Yes, that looks cool. That's very interesting. I want to do that. But the part of me is just like, but that's not you.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to stay here and, you need to work through yours just like they did. But you need
Yeah.
to stay here and work it. It's going to take some time and you need patience. And It's a matter of, again, believing in it. And once you
Yeah.
believe in it, you can ask for those validations. They'll give you the validations, and they never get tired and they never get old. Keep asking because
Yeah.
they'll keep giving you the validations that you need.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
no stopping you when you're on that rocket ship, just to hang
Yeah.
on, buckle up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
keep on going.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. I really appreciate you being here with me today, Bonnie. And we're definitely going to do another one.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an honor, and thank you for having me on
Oh,
here.
oh, you're welcome. Now, I hope you have a lovely evening and a wonderful day or weekend now that we're in, and have lots of enjoyment.
You too, as well.
Okay. Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you to our listeners for joining us at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast. We would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for their continued support. Nirvana 101, Trinity Empowerment Center, Red Haven Healing, Summers Light Markets and Events, Fernbury Collective, Ram Tough Property Maintenance, Lynette Waltham Energy, Your Waves Radiant Energy Empowerment Clinic, Brandy Music Publishing Canada, Wildcat Hills Records Canada, Divine Guidance Personal Empowerment with Dale and Jean Hogue, Soul Sanctuary Lounge, Krylo Crystal Creations, Bonnie Supernant Psychic Medium and Author, Burke Virtual Assistant Agency and Transformational Retreats in Cypress Hills, Saskatchewan. Your contributions help us bring meaningful conversations, inspiring stories and soulful perspectives to our community. We are extremely grateful and look forward to a wonderful Season 3.